Greetings from the Garden Court Hotel in London, Notting Hill. What's it by Westbourne Grove, which I guess is the street. I was just at the bar at the end of the street, the Hayden Bar, which I'll visit every night because I don't know anybody and kind of lonely, but I need to be here for 12 days before I go to France, and that's my journey. We all have a journey, and easy and hard and good and bad, we'll get through the journey. I hate the internet because it's controlled so much by billionaires, and whether it's YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or X or Facebook or what's the other one, Meta, whatever it is, I don't really care. Except I care that billionaires control our information. And if they decide that we're not saying the right things, they will cut that out. We're not dumb, but we play dumb. We act like we're dumb, but we're not dumb. We can say things like, "Oh, I'm so busy, oh, this and that," but unless you're a good citizen, unless I'm a good citizen, then because of all the greed, it's basically greed for wealth and property and income and power, unless we stand up for the good things of humanity, like equality and the freedoms of speech and assembly and religion and press and information. When I say press, that means the internet too. We're going to get what we deserve if we don't stand up as human beings. So I'm glad I have the chance to speak my voice, speak my truth. But at a certain point, if somebody that's really, really rich decides what I'm saying isn't good, they'll just cut it off. And power is concentrating, and conservatives vote for that. They may say they're voting because of trans lives or because of gay people or because of immigration. And those are all issues, but cutting taxes on the rich and cutting programs for the poor is just concentrating wealth, concentrating power, and creating a sad and sick society because of that. If there is a God, God created all of us, and I don't think God wants the top 10% to control everything and the bottom 50% to have nothing and just struggle because their jobs are so low paying and their rents are so high and the cost of living is unsustainable for them. For them, it's unsustainable. So I hope we all become better citizens and create a better society, because we all deserve a good life and a better society. So yes, I had a couple beers down at the bar, but I felt like speaking out, and I'm glad to have this platform, and I hope you share your soul and your views, and we learn from each other and not just have to listen to the rich people that are never talking about concentrated wealth. They'll talk about immigration, and they'll talk about trans lives, and they'll talk about all sorts of things, but they will not talk about the biggest issues which are concentrated wealth, which is creating unbelievably unequal society. If you believe in equality, well, you've got to be upset about what's happened and is happening, because it's getting less and less equal. As if some people, for some reason, God anointed as the leaders, and the rest of us, most of us, are supposed to be basically the slaves, the sharecroppers. I don't believe that's true. At the same time, maybe the biggest issue is global climate change, global warming, creating terrible storms, creating heat, drought, fire, water scarcity. And we're not facing that because there's so much money invested in fossil fuels, and that's oil and coal and gas, and a lot of people are making good money on that. Energy. Who controls your energy source? Hopefully in the future it'll be clean energy that nobody can own, such as the sun or the wind or the waves or geothermal. But we have to, I don't want to say wake up, we just have to step up. We have to step up to help create a better society, instead of just complaining like a bunch of little kids. Because it's in many countries it's a democracy, and if we elect the tyrants, the bullies, the dictators, it's our fault. Do you think a dictator is going to solve all the problems just because he said he would? I think that's a cop-out. That's that's denying your responsibility, and that's easy to do. And maybe that's what a lot of people want. I don't have responsibility. It's the dictator. No, that's not true. So I like writing songs, and for me at least, it's more the lyric than the music, I guess. So right before I left the bar, I thought to myself, and I wrote down when I got here, can we take care of each other? Can we take care of the earth? I'm not sure, but I think we can if we decide to, if we focus on that, if that's important to us. What's your priority? It can't be self-interest. I want this, I want that. That's what the top 10% want, and the billionaires want. What about, they have 10 billion, they want 20 billion, they have 100 billion, they want 200 billion. It's unhealthy. It's a sick perspective. We have to look at each other. People talk about Jesus a lot. Well, Jesus, most of what he said was looking at other people, helping other people, being humble and not loving money. But I'm from America, and I see a lot of people that say they are Christians and love Jesus, but they really, really love money and property and self-interest, and don't really care about the poor. And that's what's happening now. Tax cuts for the rich and cutting programs for the poor, which is the opposite of Jesus. I think when he was asked, what about taxes? He said, hey man, render unto Caesar, pay what your taxes are, and give God what you owe God. And even beyond that, the idea, sell all your things, give the money to the poor. Now, people aren't going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That's unbelievably loving. But the idea is right. The idea is right. I'm as imperfect as you, probably more imperfect. But I'm trying to be a good person, I guess. So I just got back from the bar. There was a guy, a bartender from Gao, G-A-O, Gao? I think that's... So I tried to learn how to say, how are you doing? Casa Asa? Have a good day. Namaskar, namaskar, or actually that's God give you a good day. Like in Arabic, salam alaikum, you know, doesn't salam alaikum mean, may God give you peace? It's basically peace unto you. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam, and peace be unto you. There's a lady downstairs, Romanian, that serves breakfast, so I tried to learn how to say hello, bună ziua, bună ziua, thank you. Mulțumesc, mulțumesc. Little things, just to be kind to each other. So I guess the message for me tonight is twofold. People say be kind. That's cool, man, and I believe in that. Be kind to each other. Be kind to each other. But there's another step, and maybe this is harder, and this is political, and this is what our government is. I just went to the British Library today. I saw the Magna Carta, 1215. This idea that people can't bully you, including the king, can't just push you around. And that's happening in a lot of the world. We're electing leaders that tell us they're going to make everything right. So we elect them. So we don't have to be involved. But you do have to be involved. As long as you're here. You're as good as anybody. You're not better than anybody, but you're as good as anybody. And your responsibility is just like everybody to help make a better society. And you can live in that, and that will help you and your friends and family and neighbors and children and generations after us, including equality, including global climate change. You can't run away. You can't run away. Sorry, that's the way it is. We need you to be involved. We need you to help lead us out of the darkness that we're in right now. So many challenges, including this climate change that has happened on our watch. It didn't happen 100 years ago. Well, now we have 8.2 billion people, so that's part of it. But also our habits and our lack of change, our lack of desire for change, even though the change may be necessary and positive. We can create a good civilization, a good country, a good world, a good city. But we have to be a part of that community of souls. We can't look to some damn dictator and tyrant and billionaire. That's a problem. We the people, we have to be involved. We will make better decisions together. And so anyway, that's my vision for tonight. That's my speech for tonight. That's my hope. That we all get involved, that you get involved, that we don't try to neglect our responsibility. Because believe it or not, your heart, your soul, your spirit is more pure than some of these people that are lost in the fever of greed, in the fever of hate, in the fever of fear. We need you, my friends.